Boys and girls. Okay, so this is where we at. In tonight's video, I'm sort of cheating a little bit because none of that body or anything up top there is stuck together or anything. This is just for me to see that everything actually turns and clears like there. That's always a problem there. This might be slightly too close. I will make a plan there with those bends at the back. But main thing is, this is going to be a very, very pretty one. Definitely, by far, the best one I've ever done. Look, these here, the pilots are just on here with press stick, just so I can see that what she's going to look like. But what is very nice is the motor blocks came out brutal. Now, remember what I said to you? Oh, and the mylar's been glued. That's always a crap job. So once that gets sprayed, then you'll see the effect of that. There's also another thing that I want to show you, but that's on the other side. I'll do it in tomorrow's video. I got the printers to print me some little detail stuff, flanges and stuff on the pipes. I put some on the other side. But okay, let's just carry on from here now. You see the motor blocks there. Now, what I said about the visual effect of stuff, if you look in there now, you see that's what I was on about. It's nice and busy. Your pipes are sitting there. Everything is like it's supposed to be. And then it all just makes sense. So, look how pretty that body is, eh? This is going to be one hell of a nice train. Maybe I should tell Marnie that I want to keep this one, and then I'll build him another one. Yes. All right, I can't wait to see what it's going to look like once that chassis is painted. You see, it's a big, big train, this, eh? So, yes, I'm going to tackle some interior things now, which will also be very interesting for you to see. The first one I'm going to do is this back setup here, where the tanks are. Now, if you look at this one of mine, let's just check here. You know, there's not a hell of a lot of visual impact there, because it's sitting behind the grids, but you can see. And here, optical illusion, you're probably so sick of that word by now, it's very important. You can't really discern any detail here. You know, there's no specific elements that stand out. However, on these, there were a light here. Okay, and I'm thinking of putting that in, so that if you press a button on the controller, you will actually light that up. Now, remember I told you guys that this one was one of the crappy ones. You know, it was a crap body, it was crap everything. I just slapped it together for myself. You can see the difference here now, as opposed to the other one, eh? And this is all the stuff that still needs to happen on those pilots. That's pipes and lift rings, and there's a hell of a lot of work still, dudes. Now, I'm going to start building that tonight, you know, that interior bit, and I'll show you when I'm done what it looks like. And that back piece comes off, and I build it, you know, with a piece of my hand, so that I can see exactly where what must go. All right, and then from there, I'm going to start building the cab interior, which looks like that. All right. I mean, I didn't even sand that interior. I just slapped it in. So, yes. We're carrying on. We're getting there. I'm very, very happy with the way things go. Now, remember, I told you about the interlocking, the mechanisms at the bottom here. That I must still do. But you got to have the motor blocks dressed and in also for the clearance here, because this is the first time now that I put that bracket on here. Well, the second time. The first one was on this 35, so I haven't even painted those. They look slightly different, they're slightly smaller. But look at there's a lot of pipes on the 35, eh? A lot of pipes. So it's almost unruly. Yeah. You see, it's also much more. Here you can see the difference between a 35 GM and a 34 GM. 34 is way bigger. Cab and nose is the same, but the back end, that was a V8, this was a V16, double the engine. And most of the difference is over the hump there. All right, so I'm gonna carry on with that thing at the back, all the plumbing and stuff there. And I think, look at this, class 32. We're gonna tackle that one soon. Yes, and once I'm done with the stuff inside, there's a couple of extra things I want to do, and I'm also gonna do the light thing, like I said to you before, there in the coupler box, there in the box. Do the light front and back, just for giggles. So also, this is the first time that I actually took the Mylar up that far, so I can get rid of the seam, because this now obviously gets attached to the chassis with screws. So you always have this sort of thing where you run into a gap there. Okay, now there's a way around it, that the Mylar is going to do that. The one in front here, walk with me, excuse me, my shop looks like it's a nightmare here. I've got so much stuff going on at the same time, it's not even funny. You see, that one is better because I actually glued the body on the chassis. So it follows the shape of the chassis, which is very important. You see. And, oh hell, the guy that ordered the 34 GM actually phoned me this morning and he says he might be going for a GE. He was here, he loves the GE. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Dudes, that's that. Then we'll speak when we'll speak again. And then I'll post a video tomorrow night of what that interior looks like. All right, goed. Till later. Say goodbye to the train. Tot ziens.